Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Say, big gang. Just try TikTok for the first time. No, just try do a little TikTok. Probably got banned. Okay? Probably just got banned. First TikTok. No tobacco use. I don't know how long, I'm gonna be able to make that work. It's a new goal I'm shooting for too. It seems like stuff trying to stop me from, on top of me wanting to stop, smoking myself too. But it's like, I ain't like that being forced over there. So I'm back over here with the YouTube, certain platforms got certain guidelines. Cool with it. I got some too. They want me to be me, allowing me to be me. Yeah. I understand when they say some people made too real for the internet, but then you realize too, once people get on the internet, that half them belong on the internet. So with it, straight up, come on in, come on in. Say though, I ain't gonna hold you up. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna get to the real. You know, nigga been going through life in certain situations that it just required me to be me. It required me to move attentively, alertly, and just you know, um, required me to stay on 10. Life been moving me in certain ways that people wouldn't even understand. They had to do this stuff for a little time, maybe a month or so. I've been doing this for years, moving attentively, noticing my actions and the actions around me too. And a lot of stuff just ain't been adding up. A lot of stuff ain't been adding up. And so at the end of the day, I don't. I'm not looking to make it add up. How you doing there, Ethan? Hey, I ain't looking to make stuff add up no more. It ain't my goal or purpose to get everything to add up around me and everybody's lives. But what it do have to add up at is in my life, my everyday life. Things have to add up. Things ain't adding up. I'm stressed out. I'm frustrated. I'm going off on people around me. It's like this. That was the daily Dominique. You know what I'm saying? That's the old Damu. You know what I'm saying? They used to call me. You know what I'm saying? That was the old me then. Nowadays, things have to add up, and you don't have to have people around you when things are not adding up. I didn't wasted 5 years of my life looking around me, realizing things ain't adding up with people around me. Just don't add up. They ain't moving how I'm moving. They ain't working on the same stuff I'm working on. They ain't getting to it like how I'm getting to it. They ain't on none of the real stuff that I'm on in life. What's up with it, SML? You know, like that's one thing you don't have to deal with in life. It's when you look around and it's not adding up around you. You need to learn. You have to move yourself sometimes out of situations. I had to learn it. I had to leave the people I love the most, family. You know, mother, my kids. Gotta leave them sometimes too. Everybody gotta leave it eventually in order to find themselves and get them together the way they supposed to be together. I'm realizing that's a big part of life. You know, kids gonna love you for a certain amount of time. Mama and daddy able to love you for a certain amount of time, but eventually you as a grown human being gotta go do what you gotta go do for you. That's the kicker about it. And the thing is, a lot of us get deterred. A lot of us get messed off and on a bad route, going to jail, doing this type of stuff. A lot of us get to using these drugs and drinking this alcohol, trying to find an escape. I did. I'm speaking, man. I'm still kind of hooked. I ain't gonna lie. So I smoke and I drink. I wouldn't say heavily, but every other day or two, three. Just depending on what I'm feeling like. If I want to be in my head or not. But it's a thing of two though. You know what I mean? Of knowing that clarity and having that clarity, being able to move forward. It may hurt. That clarity hurt. Like that clarity hurts sometimes. But that's the best thing you can have in life. I'm realizing that's the best thing you can have in life is that clarity. What's up with it? From Georgia. What's up with it? You know, like that clarity we fight for. And some of us get that clarity, man. We don't even be knowing what to do with it. Like I'm gonna speak for my time. You know what I mean? When I got that clarity, I'm realizing, man, shoot, ain't nobody hitting up my phone. Ain't nobody calling me, seeing what I'm doing. I'm chasing after everybody else to kind of. It's like I'm chasing down them to help them with their problems instead of worrying about them and me. They wasn't calling me, looking for me. I'm calling them. What's up with you, man? What you got going? If they got a problem, I was there. So we put ourselves in certain situations because when you're free, you gotta learn to enjoy that freedom and learn how to maximize that time for the best buck, the best thing you can do in life. Learn how to fail forward if you don't know what to do. You can always go bowling. You can always do anything you want to do as long as it's forward. As long as you're not moving backwards, you can always go forward. You just don't want to move backwards in life. That's my thing. I'm not with moving backwards. So anything that gets in my way of having to move backwards gets cut off. Like that's just facts. And it's too many of us out here just moving backwards, dealing with stuff that's really not meant for us. We do it all the time, moving backwards by dealing with people in their situations that's not meant for us. Ain't nobody out here chasing us, saying, "Hey man, help us with this." No, sometimes that heart just need to grow in men, be with self, learn to love self more. Can you do something fun at least, please? It's my birthday. Something fun like what? And me do something fun. I'm doing what's fun to me. I'm teaching. I'm talking through my transfers. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking through everything I didn't went through my testimony. This is fun for me. What's up with it there? But yeah, you gotta learn sometimes, man. This life keep going. And it don't always move in the ways that you want it to move. But you gotta stay alert and you gotta stay attentive. You gotta move sometimes how people ain't willing to move around you continuously until you get to where you need to be because eventually people ain't gonna just be looking, you know, forward to see what you got going on. They're gonna be looking to take from you. People gonna be looking to see what they can get from you when you get to that point. I'm keep reiterating this part of looking back for people. A lot of us got good hearts out here, and shoot, man, a lot of us is taking advantage of and not even just considerate of our own feelings. And to have the motherfucking played with us and a person that played on our mental and stuff for some time, a lot of us not taking in that information that, man, we've been looking at this for years. These people ain't really for me. These people ain't moving how I move. They ain't putting in the same dedication as work. But they calling me, asking me to go do this. They calling me, trying to get me out of the house to go do that. And they knowing it's taking you back. They knowing you done, man, what you done took off way past that. Why are you still hanging with the people that's tugging instead of just, you know, but you hanging with the people that's tugging. That's my thing. Me personally, I don't ever want to be around a group of people that's pulling and pulling and pulling on me. But they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't helping none of this. They ain't helping with none of this. I'm hitting my head on those rocks climbing. you know. Boom, head first, birthmark absorbing all the, you know, all the pain. Forehead first. Be like that. Your body get to absorbing all that pain first. Your emotions, your feelings get to absorbing all that pain first. That shit ain't cheap. That shit ain't cheap to go heal and go, get that right about yourself. It ain't cheap. So when you're giving out trust, just know it ain't cheap. When you're giving out love, it ain't cheap. When you're giving out anything in this life, it ain't cheap. What is cheap and it's free, the best thing you can tell somebody is go find yourself. That's the cheapest, best thing I can give somebody. Is telling them to go find themselves. I ain't finna go buy nothing for you. I'm not finna go do this, do that. You ask me, and I know that you know what I mean. If I got it, I do it. But I ain't going out my way for just, somebody that I'm, asking something so simple from. You know what I mean? If I'm asking, or if I'm just around somebody on some simple stuff, and we gotta take things back and forward to still end up in the same spot. And a lot of it don't be worth it. So again, as I start off with this conversation, you gotta sometimes just look at you. Sometimes to know that your heart was too big in certain situations. You gave too much. You leaned too much. You let go too much of you. You let go too much of self. But hey, who am I to talk? You know, I still rock it out with everybody else. New little whip y'all see. You know what I'm saying? And some alright, some alright. You know, it's a rental. Mm-hmm. It's a rental. Nice little rental. It's alright. But yeah, you losing focus on this mother sometime. You know, but it's all good. You just don't lose focus in your own life. Know where you want to go every day you wake up. Know what you want to do. Know that you're going to work diligently on getting to that point daily, day by day. Don't ever stop. Don't ever, you can't keep giving people the gratification of shit. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I had to wake up every day and realize that I've been giving people satisfaction of me not doing what I was supposed to do. Woke up on a Monday, ready to go smoke, drink. Monday. Went to go accept that call real quick. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Come on in. Come on in. A lot of us start to be emotionally unavailable emotionally unavailable. Be like that though. You got to keep control of this. You got the ball in your hand. Can't drop the ball. You got to keep the rock. You got to dribble it out. Let them know. So be like that. Cannot drop the ball. You got to keep the rock. Cannot fumble the ball. It's football season. We got to at least the end of the year to, think about how we're going to start it over and go harder next year. But for now, we got the rest of this year to put it in, get it out. So how we going to get it out? Let's talk. How we going to get it out the rest of this year? Come on with it. I got a couple solutions. But come on with it. Let's talk it out. Come on in. Let's talk it out. What are you talking about? Getting it in. Getting what I put in. And getting it out. Getting what I put in, but getting it out. That's what I'm talking about. The effort that I put into things, I'm looking to get that out of things too. That's what I'm talking about. Not dealing with, the outside groups, as I've been doing, watching for 5 years straight, that these people around me ain't really moving how I'm moving. They ain't on the same stuff that I'm on. They ain't putting in that same effort I was putting in on making sure they was straight or they was all right. So I'm talking to y'all pretty much about making sure you able to put into something that you able to get at least something out that you can understand with the clarity. Finding that clarity. What's up with it, man? Finding that clarity. I was on that clarity heavy earlier in this conversation. Finding that clarity and sticking with it. Knowing yourself. Knowing how you can move off that clarity. Because it hurt. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I had got off them too. Some of that hurt. It hurt when you got that clarity and like, damn, this how things gonna be? This how we really rocking? This how we, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we done put in all this time and all this work and you know what I mean? We can't get no understanding. And most of the time the understanding be really already understood, which is they ain't rocking with you how you rocking with them. That's specifically what I'm talking about. You said 5 viewers and you can't concentrate on one, not trying to. Facts. Not trying to. This is life. When I focus on viewers, when it's focus on me and the message. The message is what people need help through. Because it ain't everybody out here gonna help get you through the message. They gonna let you hit your head and fumble the ball every chance you get. See, me, I'm gonna tell you when stuff go right, you gotta learn to keep rocking off with that sometimes. You gotta keep going with that flow. Skip looking back or looking side, you know what I mean? See who next to you at times. Sometimes you gotta go. Straight up. Bang be like, what you mean? Bang. You ain't got no fame. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do about what? Just live life. Wake up, breathe. Keep going. day by day, situation by situation. Back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. This is how we move forward. We write it out, draw it out, you visualize it, put it on fine print, and you actively, you wake up and you get to it day by day. Finna start getting to take off on these shoemaker interviews. Finna get ready to take off on that page. Get these interviews pumping. Get them going. I got 2 nice ones in works. I wanted to put something around them to just help them out, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not always consistent. But yeah, what is your opinion on the current situation of Roblox? I have no idea, man. Honestly, I just know kids and people that's on it getting hooked to things they do. It ain't no liability hell with a lot of these companies out here. We gotta start putting it back in our own hands. The responsibility and the liability. Putting it back in the people's hands that can actually do something. That's my response, in my opinion, about Roblox. I get things back in the right hand. Yeah, they banned the guy called what? Catching prep. Yeah, man. And that's sick. And people out here doing stuff to kids and stuff on apps. Bro, what half the world came to. Instead of out here teaching a kid, they out here messing them up in the head. Come on, man. How can you be down for anything like a Roblox or if they messing with kids and they got kids able to, how can you be down for any of that? But yeah, man. And I appreciate you, man, for commenting, man. Kind of took me off my game earlier, but appreciate you for at least commenting. At least you asking questions. I can answer your questions. What's your opinion on Baltimore accent? Got no opinion on Baltimore accent. Where you from is where you from. Your accent is your accent. We also try to learn better grammar, you know what I mean, perfect our speech and whatever we do and how we saying it, you know. Everything should be a work in progress, you know, until we get it right. That's just straight. Everything should be a work in progress until we get it right. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. Find that clarity in your life. You know, find out what to do with some of that dry time that you be messing up, that I've been messing up. We gotta find something to do with that dry time. And don't ever replace it with nothing negative. We gotta replace old habits with some good habits. We're replacing the old habits with some good habits. I'm gonna just leave y'all with that. You know, I'm always gonna feed you positivity and motivation. You come in, you can leave your comments, I answer your questions, all that after the live most of the time. But usually, man, I'm finna get back in here, get to doing these videos every other day, dropping straight gems on y'all. You know what I mean? Giving y'all straight real life content from business, from being able to make it, from failing in business, from being able to, man, keep living life on different ways and different aspects, you know, from You know, losing cars, places, and all this, and still going. Still going. It's like I go through it all just like y'all. And I get through it all just like y'all. You know, car right now, all this rentals. You know, just had some that was alright, 2025. One left. You know, it's all good though. You know, God don't ever put more on you than what you can bear. And me personally, this world, I don't think this world enough for me. It's so simple. The world is simple in this way. It's chaotic, but I'm away from the chaotic stuff. I deal with the simplicity of the BS, the underlying stuff. And it's simple. Once you learn to study yourself, keep that clarity, get over the hurt, the pain of it, life is so much easier. But big love, I ain't holding y'all up.